Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is not ready to sign a deal that would give the United States preferential access to his country's rare earth minerals, according to reports. The source said that in the form in which the draft is being presented, the president is not ready to accept, and we're still trying to make changes and to add some constructiveness to those proposals. Reports say that Zelensky is not ready to accept the current draft, and officials are trying to bring about changes in it. This comes as the Russian drone attack has killed at least one individual outside of Kyiv. Emergency crews were at the scene, working to control the fire. Firefighters battled the blaze with thick smoke rising from the debris. On the front lines, the Russian Chief of Staff Valery Gerasimov visited the troops fighting in eastern Ukraine as Russian forces continue to advance, according to its defense ministry. Meanwhile, hundreds gathered in London to show solidarity with Ukraine ahead of the third anniversary of Russia's invasion. The protesters marched to the Russian embassy waving Ukrainian flags and also displaying signs of support. The United Kingdom has been a staunch supporter of Ukraine, imposing sanctions on Moscow, providing financial and military aid to Kyiv, and welcoming over 250,000 Ukrainian refugees. Now, till date, the United Kingdom has pledged over $12 billion in support to Ukraine, including over $7 billion in terms of military assistance. At the United Nations, the United States is pushing a simple historic resolution to end the war. However, unlike the Ukrainian draft, the UK proposal neither mentions either Russia's occupation of Ukrainian territory, nor does it blame Moscow for the invasion. Now, Russia's ambassador to the United Nations, Vasily Nebenzia, has called it a good move, but has noted that it fails to address the root cause of the conflict. Now, President Trump has suggested that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and President Putin need to get together to negotiate peace. He's also claimed that Ukraine is in fact at a disadvantage, asserting that Kyiv has no cards to play.
I think that President Putin and President Zelensky are going to have to get together because, you know what, we want to stop killing millions of people. You have young soldiers being killed. If you saw the pictures that I saw of the battlefield from satellite, you've never seen any pictures like that. Soldiers are being killed by the thousands a week, thousands of soldiers a week. As we speak, they're being killed. That's why I want to see a ceasefire and I want to get the deal done. I think we have a chance to get the deal done. I had to make sure that Russia wanted to do it.
And WION's correspondent Anas Malik has been tracking the story from the heart of action. Sloviansk in Donbas is where he sent us this report. Listen in.
The comments by the US president that he does not feel it essential that President Zelensky of Ukraine should be part of the negotiating table has not been welcomed, and in fact there is a lot of critique with regards to this statement and on US foreign policy at large here in Ukraine. The Ukrainian government officials maintain that any deal without Ukraine on Ukraine will not be acceptable, neither it will be a binding, and that the response of European allies would be quite decisive when it comes to the comments that have been made by US President Donald Trump. It is also very important to note the fact that the French President Emmanuel Macron and the UK Prime Minister will be meeting President Trump next week at the White House, and what they have to say with regards to such statements that are being considered provocative will be very important and something very closely watched out here in Ukraine. Anas Malik in Kyiv in Ukraine for WION, World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.